Black Democrats are too angry. That's why I left the party. Black Democrats are too angry. That's why I left the party. Thank you for tuning in to the Black Political Buzz Network, and my name is Laurel. On this brief vlog, I want to address why I, a black voter in the United States of America, why I choose not to vote as a Democrat. Why I choose not to vote as a Democrat. I've expressed in previous vlogs and videos that for the majority of my voting life, I was a registered Republican. That's correct. For the majority of my voting life, I've been a registered Republican. I only became a registered Democrat briefly during the campaign season of Barack Obama Jr.'s first bid for president. So I became a Democrat in late 2007 to support Barack Obama, because I heard about him and I was excited and I believed in him, and so I wanted to support a Democrat for president. I remained a Democrat for until about 2010. In 2010, the GOP began running a national campaign to retake the halls of Congress. The GOP and the RNC, they began a national campaign to retake the chambers of Congress, and they succeeded. They succeeded in taking back the House, and there was a GOP tsunami all across the USA. There were many GOP governors that were elected, many GOP senators, many GOP members of the U.S. House, many GOP state legislators, many GOP mayors, but Harry Reid remained in power at the U.S. Senate, and but the House Speaker was that was elected in that position was John Boehner from Ohio. And then we had Richard Burr, U.S. Senator Richard Burr of North Carolina. I supported the GOP in that effort, in that national effort. Now, by the time the GOP tsunami came around or occurred, I had left the Democratic Party and became a registered independent unaffiliated voter. I repeat, by the time the 2010 general election occurred, I had become a registered unaffiliated independent voter. Now, I still supported Barack Obama in 2012. I still supported his re-election in 2012, but I was no longer at that time a registered Democrat voter. So by the time President Obama was re-elected, I was no longer a registered Democrat. I was a registered unaffiliated voter, just as I was a registered unaffiliated voter in 2010 during the GOP tsunami. Well, today I'm still a registered independent unaffiliated voter. This is now March of 2016, and I remain a registered unaffiliated voter. Now, I'm supporting Donald Trump in this election. I've already endorsed the man. I started supporting Trump back in May of 2015. I initially was going to support Hillary Clinton, but the Democrat Party's national platform, I cannot endorse that platform. Even though I like Hillary Clinton as a person, I really do, I cannot endorse that platform. So I had to weigh the pros and the cons, and I had to listen to my inner convictions. Should I continue to support Hillary Clinton, even though I cannot endorse the national Democratic platform, or should I endorse Donald Trump, because the GOP's platform is more aligned with my Christian values and my political values. So I chose to endorse Donald J. Trump officially as my candidate for 2016 for president, because I like him as a candidate. I like what he stands for, and the GOP platform is more in line with my personal beliefs as a Christian. Well, I've had to deal with so many black voters who have questioned questioned me question my vote, question my decision to support the GOP, question my decision to support Donald Trump. I've been called a traitor. You know, I've been accused of, political treason. I've been accused of political treason. I've been called a traitor. As if I am supposed to vote for Democrats just because I'm black. Now, I want to know, why do most black voters believe that just because you're black, you are destined by God to support Democrat candidates for political office? The last I checked, my birth certificate does not say anything at all about politics. Doesn't say anything at all about the political affiliation. My birth certificate lists my last name, my date of birth, my place of birth, my parents' name. Doesn't say anything at all about me being a Democrat or a Republican or an independent. So I don't understand why black leaders or black voters in the USA are determined to brainwash every black citizen in this country who is a racist voter. The black leaders and black voters are determined to brainwash all black people into voting and supporting Democrat candidates. And if we don't support the Democrats, then something must be wrong with us. But let me tell you why I, Laurel, of Black Political Buzz, let me tell you why I've decided not to be a black voter who supports Democrats. For the brief period of time, or the short period of time in my voting life that I was a racist Democrat, I was so angry. I was so angry. Now, when I was a racist, I noticed that when I was a racist Republican, I wasn't angry like that. You know, I believed in America, and I believed in the American dream. I believed in the American dream. I believed that anyone can be anything they want to be in this country. If you work hard at it, you keep plugging at it. But when I became a racist Democrat, suddenly I began to blame everyone for my failures and my shortcomings. I began to blame, the slave masters who brought us over here 300 and 400 years ago. I began to see everybody white as, a racist, and I was angry. And I didn't understand, why am I suddenly so angry when I became a racist Democrat? And it dawned on me, there's something to this Democrat Party affiliation. There's a spirit of anger that gets on black voters when they become a Democrat. Black voters, when they become Democrats, they become very angry, very unforgiving, and they just can't think for themselves any longer. They can no longer think for themselves. They become very angry, very bitter, very unforgiving. And they vote in groups. Black Democrat voters vote in groups. Groupthink. And I was like, that's not me. I thought about it. That's not me. I don't want to do that just to be accepted as a black voter in the black community. Why can't I be an individual? Why can't I support a politician based upon my personal views, my personal values, what platform issues are aligned with my personal values as a human being and a voter? Why can't I be different? Why must I be a part of a group of a voting block of voters in order to be accepted? So now, when black voters call me a traitor and say I'm committing political treason, it doesn't bother me. At one time it did, now it doesn't. I'm choosing to cast my ballot for a Republican candidate, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of being an individual who has a mind of her own, and I'm choosing to cast my ballot, my blood, sweat, and tears ballot, my ballot that my ancestors died for. I'm choosing to cast my ballot for a Republican candidate, and I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed. I don't care about being a part of a group. I love my people. I love black people in my community, but I'm not going to vote for a party that, in my opinion, has caused more harm to our community than good. We have more black people on welfare, more black people on food stamps, more black people who are codependent upon the government. Why? Because of the political issues and the platform that the Democrat Party pushes. And we have more black people who are angry and hate white people. Why? Because of the platform that's being pushed by the Democratic Party to rile up black voters, get them all angry, run to the polls and vote for Democrats once again, to only get the same thing they've been getting for the past 50, 40 years. More welfare, more food stamps, not enough help for small businesses, not enough help for education, not enough programs to help black voters to become self-sufficient and less dependent upon the government. Instead, it's the total opposite. So I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be on welfare. I don't want to be codependent upon the government. I want to be able to think for myself, make my own decisions, still be viewed as someone who loves my country and loves my community, but I'm not casting my ballot for a Democrat anymore. Now, I didn't say I would never, ever, ever again vote for a Democrat candidate, because I have and I still will at some point. I'm not supporting Hillary Clinton in this presidential election for 2016, but I, as a whole, I am supporting Republican candidates. I didn't say I was straight. I didn't say I was straight party ticket. I said, as a whole, I'm supporting GOP candidates. I believe in the platform that's being pushed. A pro-Christian, pro-business, pro-military, pro-self-sufficient, pro-education platform. Not a woe is me platform. I repeat, not a woe is me platform. The Democrats are pushing their woe is me platform. What about solutions? What about solutions? The GOP is pushing solutions. And that's why I am not supporting the Democrat Party platform in this election. I don't want to be angry anymore, because everybody white doesn't hate me, so why should I hate them? Thank you for tuning in to Laurel at Black Political Buzz Network. Black Democrats are angry, and that's why I left the party.